Today I've got a one layer card with progressive masking. Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and welcome. I have a one layer card today. Well, it's almost one layer. Depends on how technical you want to get, but we'll get into that a little bit down the track. I have some progressive masking that I want to share with you, and I'm going to start by creating the area that I want to mask off, and this is actually going to be my sentiment today. I'm using the set called More Than Words, and this has a really beautiful font and lovely sentiments in this set, and I'm actually putting the sentiment in the center of my card design. I would normally use the rule of thirds and place it sort of in those off-center areas, and that always looks really appealing, but today I'm going to go against it and go center. And you know what? You can go against the rules. It just depends on what you want to do. I have a ruler here. It's one of those T-square rulers, and I'm using the grid lines on my mat to draw a couple of lines either side of the sentiment. I've just got a waterproof black marker that I'm doing that with, and I eyeballed it. I did use the grid on my transparency to initially mark where I thought I might want the lines to be. That was pretty helpful. And now I've just got some scraps of stamp masking paper, and this would have to be my favorite masking paper. It's nice and thin, so you tend to find that you don't get those edges. When you're masking, it's best to sort of cut your mask slightly inside the black lines, so you might notice that you can actually see a little bit of the black lines here that I've masked off, but that's fine. The stamping's not going to show on that. So what I'm wanting to do here is, around my masked area, is run some floral images and some leaf images and create a border on each side of the sentiment. This is a great effect, and I love doing this on a card. It's a really popular technique and a great way to get more from your stamps and give them a totally different look. So this set's called Bright Blossoms, and it's perfect for this technique because it's a lovely solid stamp and it's a layering stamp. I've used the stamp masking paper again to cut out a couple of the flower images. I've only cut a few of them, and it took me a little while to get my act together here. I could have done it a lot quicker initially, but whatever you want in the foreground is what you stamp first. So I want my flower buds to be in the foreground and the leaves to be in the background, so I'm stamping my flower buds first, adding the masks over top, and then stamping the leaves at the back. I initially didn't think I was going to use the veins in the leaf, but in the leaf images, but I changed my mind, so I simply just added the masks again and then re-stamped the second layer, because these stamps are actually, it's a stamp layering set, so the leaves have layers and the flower stamps have 2 layers as well. So basically I'm using the same masks all the way along, and I am being a little bit careful to make sure that I'm not overstamping in the other areas. I did find that by the end of my row of flowers and leaves, my masks were getting well and truly loved, and I wouldn't bother to keep these. I don't find that the stamp masking paper masks last, like for another card. I just tend to throw them away, and if I need another mask, I just simply cut another one out, stamp and cut another one out. So this is part of a blog hop for the release for Altenew for July 2019. So I've actually got 2 other cards that I've made to share at the blog, and they're both very, very different to this one. So I'd love it if you go and check them out. While you're there, you can also find out how you can win a gift certificate to Altenew, and I've also got the links to all the other blogs and the amazing paper crafters that are on this hop, and if you head there and check out what they've created, it's awesome. I just get blown away by some of the cards and scrapbook pages. And you can also win if you go and comment at their blogs as well, so it's worth a look to get inspired. And look, did you see that? The big reveal. I just love removing the masks and seeing the finished product. I layered the stamps, but like I said, sometimes you still do get a little bit of those white gaps from the masking paper. It wasn't too bad. The other thing that helped me here was the second layer of stamping, helped me cover up a couple of those little gaps as well between my leaves and my flowers. But I simply just grabbed a couple of Prismacolor pencils and that were matching. So the inks that I used here were the Sweet Dreams set, was the blue green, and then the Tropical Forest colours for the background. They're beautiful colours. And the Prismacolor pencils, you couldn't even tell that I actually had to touch up a couple of those areas with the pencils. The colours were a perfect match. See what I mean? It's kind of one layer, but it's not. I like to work on the 80-pound Nina on a piece of cardstock that's just cut the same size as my top fold card, and then add it to the front of my top fold card. So it's kind of a one layer card. And then what I did was add some sequins. Don't know, I wasn't sure about the sequins. I think I like them on there, but let me know in the comments below. Sequins or no sequins? I'd like your opinion on that one. I look forward to seeing you at my blog. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please like it. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. I always love your visits here. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.